I'm going to be showing you a video for hair toners that help preserve your hair so you don't have to bleach your hair. And I did have another video. It was different toners. It was Redken and Age Beauty. And I did forget about these toners because it's been a while. This video is from December of 2023 and it's on my TikTok channel, or not channel, but my whatever it is, TikTok. And I want to share this with you. Why do I share this with you when I say to leave your hair alone for a while? Because this is a better alternative than bleaching your hair. And if you want your hair blonde, you want it blonde. And I know how that feels because I bleached my hair for many, many, many years. All of my, probably since I was 14 to my adulthood. And I know that you're going to do it if you want to do it. So these are just things that will help you out some. And these two toners I'm going to be talking about on here. I didn't really mention in there that there is different places you can get it from. There's Beauty Supply, I believe, Overstock Beauty, and that's online, and Amazon. They're going to be anywhere from $12.99 to $18.99. And where I have my esthetician license, so I can get them for around $8 or $9, but it's still something that you can do. And they do have different toners. They have anywhere from pearl blonde to violet and silver. So what I did, I used a more violet color in the video at the time, and it made my hair look more of a wheat blonde on top, and then all through the bottom it was grayish. So you don't have to do that. You could use, like I said, more of the beige blonde, the pearl blondes, and different things like that. So mine was more of a really two-tone color because of it, but there's other options that you could use for the blondes. And the reason why I didn't change it to the silver grayish on top is because, like I said, I didn't have that lift from the bleach. But so I'm going to go ahead and play that. If you have any questions, I just used a blue-black toner in my hair. It was the Age Beauty, the one I mentioned in another video of mine, and I didn't have enough, so that's why it's discolored, but that's okay. And also on the bottom of my hair, I used the purple, but it was overtoned. That is an actual mask. It's not any type of toner or anything like that, so it is giving my ends, you know, a lot more of that healthy option, because I just basically am going to be using the toner on my hair, and it had been 9 months since I had toned my hair. So I am going to play this video, and I'm going to stop rambling. Sorry, I had to push pause because my allergies are going really crazy today. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up. Well, I'll just continue it, and I apologize about how the video is recorded. I was just in my first phase of being on social media, so I will go ahead and play that. So I'm doing another toning in my hair, and I did mention some of the toners I use for blondes in my last video. I did a couple of them already, but my hair is probably a level 8, 7 or 8, where it should be about a 9 or 10 if you want to really get the great tones of silver. But my hair will pick up like wheat color because I don't have it at that level. Last time I bleached it was almost a year ago, and I did use 40 developer. I had it red, and I had to keep like doing like all these different things to try to get that red out. So I was going to places like professionally and spending $200 to $300 plus tip, or that's including tip, and all they would do is lift it like tiny bits at a time because I wanted it blonde. And they're like, oh, we can't bleach your hair. It has to be lifted gradually. So by the time I went there, it was spending so much money, and then you have to keep up with it. So long story, I fried my hair 5 years ago, trying to learn how to do it, and I bleached my hair so bad, like so many times, just to get it to the level, and it was about this short. And I had to cut all my hair off because it just fried my hair. So now I usually use 40 developer, and places don't like to do that, but I do use Olaplex oil in the bleach to help protect your bonds. Last time I did it a couple months ago, I used 20 developer, which barely lifted my hair. So this is really like underneath growth of dark. So that's fine. I could always do it again later when using the 40 developer. That just lifts it where it's less time or less many times that you gotta bleach it with a 20 developer or 30 developer, because it's barely lifting your hair, especially from really dark, and you don't want to get that orangey brassy look. So I always do 40 developer. I watch Guy Tang, and a lot of times he will use 40 developer. I think they even have like 50, and they put the oil in there just to protect it. So my hair is, if you see the silver, but I do have dark. So when I have my hair look more silvery, it blends in, but when it starts growing out more, in order to get toned hair, toned hair to lighten, you cannot. You have to bleach it. So, but I did some experimenting, looking around, and I found this, which I shared before, Chrome, and they don't have, I don't know what I haven't looked at all the toners, but this one is a 10 AV, which is a ash violet. So I did find this, and this will actually cover your growth without having to bleach. So I did find this. So if anyone is looking around, so they don't have to continually fry their roots, every time I would tone my hair, before I found this, I would have to bleach it to get the lift. But now I like that silvery look, and I do use a lavender sometimes. I did. This is a new one I found. It's a silver toner. Well, I don't know if it's new, but this one here, I'm going to be putting that in today. So I am going to do my roots and do this. What I usually do is I wash my hair once or twice a week. I know it sounds like, ooh, but your hair, probably like this time around, I think I went over the week, like once. I do once a week or twice a week. I went over because I was like lazy. So, but with bleached hair, it won't get greasy, at least mine. I usually, well, when I do my hair, wash it, or to tone, sorry, I need more coffee. To tone my hair, I wash it first, really good. I wash it twice, and I did use, this is what I use. I switch off Olaplex number 4. And then I use this for the first time. This is a Vitamino color by L'Oreal. It's a mask. So that's what I use after I washed. I washed out the Olaplex number 2. This is professional, but you can get number 3. This is just helps your bonds. It's not a mask. It's not a conditioner. You put it in for 10 minutes. It doesn't matter. 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it won't keep working. It's just, if you leave it in your hair, it's no big deal, like for longer. And I washed that out. And then after I washed it out, I use the mask. So I'm going to use my toner. And then after the toner, I will not wash my hair. I will use my Caviar Anti-Aging Moisturizer Conditioner. And this is what I've been using. I love Caviar. It's so good. You can get that, I think, at Ulta and different places, or Amazon. But I am going to use this first to cover some of those, because like I said, it doesn't blend. If it was all silvery, that'd be pretty, but it doesn't. So I'm going to do that, and later I'll probably do the lavender, but I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. Oh, real quick, you don't have to, but I get Pulp Riot. It's a number 10, and it's really low toner, and you mix it with the Pulp Riot and this. So it just lower than like 20 developer. But this is a Pulp Riot brand, which I love. And I also have 8. So this is the Chrome, and it's kind of thick. I put the toner in. It's not super runny. The one thing about the Pulp Riot, that is super, super, super creamy and thick. And I don't really measure. I just kind of pour it, like, just kind of get it to a creamy texture. And yeah, just put that. And I'm not really like, I don't really do like a whole lot of like, foils or anything like that, just because my hair usually blends in. I don't really care about that. The good thing with these toners, you can mix it with different colors. You can mix this with this, which I didn't do. You can blend it. So while this is setting, I can blend this in all the rest of my hair and get it kind of into this one, and it'll just blend in. So I really love all these toners. They're all professional, and you can just mix them however you want. You could, play with it and see what you like. And then each time I tone my hair, it's different every time. So now I'm going to mix the Pulp Riot Silver Toner. This is actually the high speed toners. So these are new. I was have another one that's icy, and this is silver. But since my hair isn't lifted to the 9 or 10, it probably won't give me that silvery icy look, only because I didn't lift my hair to the 9 and 10 yellow bleach look. So some point after after time goes by, I'll probably do that, but not yet. So just trying to preserve my hair. I learned the hard way, and I learned through the years of doing it what to use in there. Like I said, the Olaplex. You can get the dupes at Sally's of the oil. Oh my God. My dog's trying to get my boot, my new boot, and chew it. So see, the consistency is really thick. You have to get it all through. I don't use gloves for this. It doesn't burn my hands, and where you're like bleaching your hands, bleaching your hair, and it burns your hands. So it doesn't do anything. It's not so harsh. I mean, the toner has some, but it doesn't really burn my hands. Okay, this is the first time I've used the high-speed toner, and the lighting in here is horrible. My husband has the worst lighting. I have a light upstairs I didn't bring down. I have to keep carrying it up and down, but I swear one of these days I need to get a ladder and change it to a really bright light, because it's horrible. And then it's not true to, I don't think any light is, but it makes it look all dim and then not show. But yeah, so I'm hoping this gives me at least a little bit of a icy somewhat, because my hair is not toe tie. But I will be back. That's what it looked like, blow dried and curled. This is the roots. So all of it looks a little bit wheat, because like I said, my growth was pretty much grown out a lot. You do see a little bit there, but it covered a lot with the ash. The silver is so pretty. This is hard to show. This lighting, like I said, is terrible, but it looks so much better in person. And if you see, it still does have a little bit right here. Looks more wheat, because like I said, it wasn't 100% lightened to where it needs, but it gives like a dimension look if you curl it. It's pretty, and I kind of like the different tones. And don't ever use a full bottle of this, ever, because it lasts like at least 3 times, even with long hair. You can get this on Amazon. I have an esthetician license, so I get it for about $7 to $8 for one of these. And Amazon and different places is about 15 to 20. But this is one of the best that I've used. It lasts like 2 months maybe, when the other ones last about 4 to 6 washes. But yeah, I love it. Like I said, it's still a little bit, not as much, but if I had it really bleached. So there you go. That is just some advice for you if you are on a transformation to grow your hair out, or to help with having healthier options for your hair. I mean, I wouldn't call it quite healthy, but better options for your hair. And for the developer, to get with the toner, I would suggest that you get a 6, 8, or 10, the lowest developers, nothing higher than a 10. So if this video helped you and you are one that wants to keep your hair blonde, just let me know in the comments, and let me know if you want more videos like this. Right now my hair is not blonde, obviously, but when I do ever go back to, or if I ever go back to blonde, this is going to be my go-to. It was like for my roots, and then I would bring it through to the ends. But I'm going to actually try that without bleaching my hair and seeing what tone that it comes out without bleaching my hair. So I will try that. The day I do, I will definitely make sure I do a video about it. So until next time, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by.